Alright, so I kind of had to start again. Apparently, the recording stopped right at that point. So here we are having a part 2 video that I didn't plan on, but apparently my phone's storage was full because we're recording in 4K. So, okay, so here's where we left off. We're trying to get the LCD out without damaging it. And this is actually a really paper thin LCD. So we really don't want to apply any additional pressure to this. So the idea here is to just get your card and to be working back and forth under here. Be very careful of this flex cable as you're coming from this side. You want to work literally all the way around before you come back to that. So we're going to work real carefully down the side. And do not be afraid of continuing to add heat throughout this process. And as you see on the back side, we're working now against this battery slot, and just go really, really slow. Keep adding heat. I really need to get a better stand for this. What if I bring the... Maybe that'll work. No, this still doesn't work. Sorry, I suck, you guys. Okay, so we've added some more heat. We'll just keep on wiggling this up through here. That got really, really hot right there, so keep on going. And my apologies in a minute. There's a guy that's shoveling the sidewalk for me for my shop. It snowed the other day. And he's gonna come in here any second and start talking randomly, not knowing that I'm recording, so it is really, really different. So I just want to look real quick. I'm going a little bit too fast, and as I pressed just now, and you can't probably see it in the video, but I could actually see a dark spot forming. So I'm going to back this card off and add more heat again. The dark spot is from the pressure, and you really, really don't want that. You really don't want it. So we're just gonna add more heat. This is kind of like with soldering. Soldering kind of goes the other way, like add more flux, add more flux, add more flux. Don't be afraid to add flux, because you can always clean that at the end. Well, with this stuff, I've got this thing maxed out to a temperature where it won't damage the LCD, so don't be afraid to leave it there to loosen the adhesive. Even if we've only got to go, or even if we only can go, you know, 1/4 of an inch at a time with this, between times on that hot plate, it doesn't matter. You know, this guy's worth 30 bucks. And for somebody like me who does phones a lot, that $30 credit turns into, for example, 3 of the iPhone 5 series screens. And so that $30 credit, once I turn those screens into repairs, I mean, that's 300 bucks. So take your time. Where another tech might have been done by now, but had scrapped the screen, I'm going to continue to profit off this one, so. This aluminum frame is so stinking hot right now. I guess it's time for another card. That one's used. All right, we'll grab this one. to self, maybe buy some gloves. You'd think I've been doing these for years, at least. I've been doing this for at least 5 years, and you'd think that I would go to Walmart to the garden section and buy a 50-cent pair of gardening gloves at the very least to stop burning my hands on these screens. So I'm coming around this bottom corner, and when you get to here, all right, that worked out. That worked out acceptably, but still not what I wanted. But I'm gonna peel up around here, and you don't want to damage that button. Now on this case, if you saw what it did there, it did just like it did at the top at the beginning, and it separated that that backing, which isn't really ideal, but it works for my purposes, so I don't really care. I can pick that off later on. Enough loosened, I think. Everybody cross your fingers right now. I might. Yes, now I can pop around the home button. And I'm just trying to time this right because the last video popped off at 14 minutes. And so it looks like we're about halfway through this one, and I'd like to be done. Okay, so we've come around the side, and there is some discoloring down here from the pressure, so we're just gonna throw it on the heat and just wait a second. So far, so good, you guys. I know it's taken, we've been 20-something minutes now, and some of you might not have the patience for that, but it works. Let's see. Okay, now. Back on. So I have to go from this other corner. Back into that button. I'm just going to leave that card right there and start working another card, I guess. Alright, I think I broke it free. And I think, be careful with that cable. We tear that cable loose. There we go. And I don't think we fractured anything. So, let me just take a good long look at this. It does not appear to have any bleeds. So guys, that is how you very slowly, very carefully take the old screen out of the Galaxy S7 in a way that you can get the credit for this. Now you've got some different sticker stuff left on the mid-frame. This stuff, you don't need a video to show you this. You can go through and pick this all off like normal now. This stupid thing stuck to me. There shouldn't be any glass here anywhere. So this should mostly be sticker. And being sticker, I should be able to just pop a spudger or a razor under here. There you go. And you should be able to just peel most of this stuff right on off. Be careful of these buttons down here. I'll have to clean those off at the very end. So I'm gonna do the buttons probably off camera, but there's just a little tiny bit of sticker left to clean right off, and that's it. So that's how you do it. If you want to know how to put it back together, just do the opposite of what we just did. Just do the opposite steps, and there you go. So all right, thanks. I'll see you guys in the next video.